Hey, it's Tom
And Mike?
from Take Time to Travel. During our 3 months living in Kuala Lumpur, we explored all over this vibrant city, from its colorful temples to its modern, world-famous skyscrapers, its bustling markets, and its luxury shopping malls. How can you not love this place? So today, we're going to show you the must-see attractions as well as some of our favorite sites and of course, mouth-watering foods that you have to check out during your trip to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
We'll start with the most iconic landmark in the city, the Petronas Towers. Standing at just over 450 meters tall, they're the world's tallest twin skyscrapers. The impressive structure looks even more spectacular at night when it's all lit up.
Right beside the towers is the KLCC Park. Spanning 50 acres, this central green space is filled with tropical foliage. Check out the size of these Indian rubber trees. I guess all these things, they're suckers and they come from the branches and they grow down in and become roots for the tree. The park is also surrounded by modern skyscrapers and there are numerous pathways, including a 1.3 kilometer rubberized track, water features, and a reflective pond with lots of fountains that look especially nice at night. In the evenings, there's a KLCC Symphony light show every half hour from 8 till 10 p.m.
Nearby is another brightly lit place, the Dharma realm Guan Monastery. It's a Chinese Buddhist temple.
And we're going to go inside there and check it out, and apparently they have a wonderful buffet.
They have a vegan buffet around back, and on Fridays and Sundays, the food's free.
Next, we'll head over to the bustling Bukit Bintang neighborhood. This trendy part of the city is filled with tons of restaurants, lots of shops and boutiques, and shopping malls like the Pavilion. It's an expansive destination with over 700 retail outlets and restaurants, including all of the different designer fashion and luxury watch brands.
While you're in Bukit Bintang, you also can't miss the bustling Jalan Alor Night Market. This buzzing pedestrian walking street is lined with restaurants, patios, and lots of street food options, making for a great way to spend an evening.
Now we'll head across the city to another must-visit food street with lots of appetizing options called the Taman Kanat Night Market. It's the longest night market in Kuala Lumpur, stretching 2 kilometers long.
Over in Chinatown is one more lively market worth a visit, the Petaling Street Market. Although it does have some tasty food options, this covered boulevard is mostly filled with clothing, bags, shoes, and souvenirs. You can find lots of well-priced knockoff brands here. Just make sure to negotiate.
While in Chinatown, take some time to explore, try some of its delicious eats, and check out its vibrant alleyways, like Kwai Chai Hong Alley, which was beautifully decorated for Chinese New Year while we were there, and the Pasar Karat street art, with its colorful murals lining both sides of the alleyway. The alleyway beside Pikwah Restaurant also has some surreal views of the iconic Merdeka 118 Tower, the second tallest building in the world. Kuala Lumpur's Chinatown is also home to various temples, including the Sri Maha Mariamman Hindu Temple, Kuala Lumpur's oldest, dating back to the 1800s. It's super colorful and ornate inside. Perfect for some pictures.
Nearby is the trendy Central Market. This Malaysian heritage site was established in the late 1800s. Inside, there's lots of independent shops and boutiques, a popular food court, and a covered outdoor walking street lined with more stalls. The outside is especially pretty, all lit up at night. It's always a good time to visit Chinatown, but if you happen to be in the city for Chinese New Year, it's even better. There's tons of pop-up celebrations and traditional performances throughout the holiday.
Then if you're visiting KL during Ramadan, make sure to head over to one of the many bazaars around the city. We especially like the one in Kampung Baru and found lots of delicious food options for a reasonable price.
While in the local Malay Kampung Baru neighborhood, make sure to head over to Jalan Raja Muda Musa, which is a popular food street. In Kampung Baru, you'll also notice tons of cats around. Most of them are friendly and appreciate a good petting. Also check out the nearby Chow Kit Market, where you can get fresh produce, fruit, meat, and fish, alongside locals in this very affordably priced venue. Kampung Baru is also home to the vibrant Saloma Bridge. At night, it lights up and changes color. So you'll see lots of people here taking photos with it and the Petronas Towers in the background.
Now we'll head across the city on its very reasonably priced public transit to one of KL's most photogenic and famous sites. Another must-visit attraction while you're in Kuala Lumpur is Batu Caves. There are 272 colorful steps leading up to a Hindu temple up in the cave. It's 32 degrees today, nice and sunny, and it's humid. So we're sweating already, and it's going to be a challenge to get to the top. At least for me, it will be. Here we go. Let's get started. Once we got to the top, we found more beautiful architecture inside this rugged and cavernous space. We made it to the top of the stairs. I'm soaked, but we're inside the cave now, and then we found more stairs. The setting is pretty spectacular inside these towering limestone caves, and it's kind of surreal with the monkeys climbing around on its walls.
On our way back down, we were surprised to see a monkey hanging out in the middle of the stairs, as well as these guys carrying multiple cases of Gatorade on their heads.
Imagine having to carry that all the way up to the top.
We thought that it was hard enough climbing them on our own.
Once we got to the bottom, we found a ton of monkeys. They were everywhere. I guess they're fed quite well here. On this site, there's also some other temples, shrines, and statues worth visiting as well. Another spectacular landmark is the Masjid Walaya Persekutuan Mosque with its distinctive blue domes. There's also the Bangunan Sultan Abdul Samad building, which was originally the offices of the British colonial administration. We love the grand facade of the building, which has been recently restored and dates back to the late 1800s.
Right beside the building is another wonderful site to visit at night.
I'm standing in front of the River of Life, and you can see it looks quite fabulous, all lit up in blue at night, and all the smoke coming out from all the sides. And then in the distance, behind those fountains, you can see the Sultan Abdul Samad Jamek Mosque.
From the Riverside Boardwalk, you can get some amazing perspectives, especially in the evening around sunset. But sometimes, it's nice to just relax poolside with an amazing view at one of the many rooftop pools in the city. We especially like the pool at the Mandarin Oriental, the W Hotel's wet deck, and even at our Airbnb pool, which had this phenomenal 270-degree view of the city. From here, you could see the KL Tower, which is visible throughout the city, and it reminds us of the CN Tower back home in Toronto.
Now let's take you to some of the many shopping malls throughout the city. There's certainly a mall culture in Kuala Lumpur, with so many of them around, like the upscale Suria Mall, which is attached to the Petronas Towers, as well as the luxurious Exchange TRX Center, which is the most modern and is filled with tons of high-end designer boutiques and has a 10-acre rooftop park, featuring a great view of the city skyline in the evening. Berjaya Times Square Mall even has an indoor amusement park complete with its own roller coaster, alongside its 1,000 retail shops inside this expansive complex. An easy way to get around the city is on the hop-on, hop-off bus tours. You could get off in the Brickfields or Little India and explore its colorful streets like Jalan Tun Sambanthan with its many shops, restaurants, and street vendors.
But there's also delicious street food throughout the city as well, so make sure to try some of the local favorites like roti canai, mee goreng, and nasi lemak. There's also tons of wonderful restaurants too. Some of our favorites are Lean's Middle East Kitchen TTDI, Samad Al Iraqi restaurant, and the view from Alva KL was unreal. For more restaurant recommendations, check out our best restaurants in Kuala Lumpur video.
We'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.